If you have the luxury of going to a good gym, you will find out an abundance of different cable attachments that are at the gym. And for this reason, it motivated me to make this video on a series of trying every rope attachment in every possible cable exercise. So for this video, I will be focusing in the cable rope, the first exercise in this series. An exercise that targets the overall back muscles, more especially the trapezius, the rhomboids, latissimus dorsi, and erector spinae, as well as your forearm and biceps muscles. This exercise is mostly performed in the sagittal plane of movement, where the range of motion can be played depending on these 12 cable attachments, where I'll be used a tier list from S to see which ones are the most flexible, more stimulating, and most importantly, that stretch the muscles as much as possible to achieve max back gains, as well as having a fuller technique with a range of motion where most of your reps should be looking rather the same, of course. And one of the first cable attachments I think are literally one of the most effective that you can do and very flexible too is the single hand rope attachment. This exercise is one of the most flexible, as you can target most of the upper back and the lats too, as well as the lower back, which are more in the mid to lower back too, as well as your biceps even. Now, for the stimulus, I also felt a huge stretch at my lats. The only problem is that you may put your pressure at one leg than the other, because this happened to me back then and I have a horrible sciatic pain from some months. So make sure to make this exercise as comfortable as possible with a good fit position, so this way you can target your back muscles. And in conclusion, this rope attachment goes in the S tier. The other 3 rope attachments that are made of different materials are mostly the same, but the metal one, in my opinion, is one of the most stable ones. And so for the rest of the 3, we'll go in the A tier. As for the close grip, neutral grip rope attachment, we already have the con of a more restricted range of motion. And this is one of the most that people use, as they think they will give the best stimulus to their lats, but it's not actually true if you are not optimizing this exercise. And so you still want to use this exercise, make sure to lengthen the eccentric part of this exercise like I mentioned earlier, as well as positioning your elbows closer to your torso to target more your lats. This gives a good technique and stimulus, but it's more flexible as it doesn't target too much the upper back, but this goes solely in the B tier. As for another one where the grip is quite close is the adducted wrist close grip attachment from this company, where this was just a bad exercise in my opinion and ineffective to most of my back muscles. I think this is a good rope attachment for rope pushdowns, which I will be showing you in the next video in this series. So for this reason, this cable attachment for this exercise in specific will go in the C tier. If you really want more flexibility and a fuller range of motion, I think that the W-shaped bar cable attachment will give this a huge trick and a huge stimulus to your back, because it will make the work, as this exercise has a small opening in the middle of the bar where you have the opportunity to row in a wider range of motion and focusing more in the overall back muscles. Now, depending on the biomechanics and your elbow position, the more mid lower back muscles you will work, and vice versa. There's many of them, and because I use the rubber coated one as well as the metallic one, both of them go in the A tier actually, as I feel the grip can be optimized. What about training more your upper back? Following it with the large bar cable attachment or the wide bar cable attachment. And just let me tell you, this is one of the most flexible ones. It totally has a chrono flexibility, as you can position your hands in a grip in different positions. You can put your grip supinated, pronated, wider, narrower, making you focus more in the upper back muscles, as well as the lats and even the erectors, biceps and forearms, as well as being able to extend your range of motion if you want to focus in the most back gains as possible. So as this is said, as well as the similar long bar attachments, all of them hold the S tier. Now, so as you can see, there is a huge abundance of different rope attachments for this exercise that we can use, but I guess that you have used a lot of them and have been confused which ones are the best ones. And literally, I save you a lot of time, energy, and decision making by watching this video. So if I really help you create the best routine and exercise with the cable rope, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video if I really helped you and learn something new. And if you want personalized training and or routines that I can make you just for you, make sure to click my link down below in the description. Want more even fitness knowledge? Check out this one of the best natural pull down exercises.